Are you ready to transform your life in an instant? Welcome to 111 Stoic lessons that will immediately change your life. Dive into the ancient wisdom of Stoicism, where each lesson is a powerful tool for modern living. From conquering stress to finding unshakable inner peace, these timeless teachings will empower you like never before. Let's get started. Focus on what you can control. Recognize the distinction between what you can and cannot control. Direct your energy towards things within your power, your thoughts, actions, and reactions. Let go of worry about external events, which are beyond your influence. This focus reduces anxiety and fosters a sense of peace and empowerment. Practice mindfulness and presence. Live in the moment by fully engaging with the present. Avoid dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. Mindfulness helps you appreciate life's immediate experiences and make better decisions. By concentrating on the now, you enhance your mental clarity and emotional stability. Embrace discomfort and adversity. View challenges as opportunities for growth. Embrace discomfort as a natural part of life that strengthens character. By facing difficulties head-on, you build resilience and adaptability, learning to handle stress and setbacks more effectively. Cultivate gratitude. Regularly reflect on and appreciate what you have. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant in your life. This positive outlook enhances your overall well-being, making you more content and resilient against life's challenges. Practice self-discipline. Develop the ability to control impulses and delay gratification. Self-discipline empowers you to make consistent, positive choices, leading to long-term success and fulfillment. It strengthens your willpower and helps you stay aligned with your values and goals. Seek wisdom and knowledge. Commit to lifelong learning and personal growth. Cultivate wisdom through study, reflection, and experience. A wise perspective helps you navigate life's complexities with greater ease and confidence, making better decisions along the way. Act with virtue. Make virtue your guiding principle. Strive to be honest, courageous, compassionate, and just in all your actions. Acting with integrity builds trust and respect from others and aligns your life with higher moral standards, fostering inner peace. Understand impermanence. Accept that everything is transient. Embrace the fleeting nature of life's moments and relationships. This understanding reduces attachment and suffering, helping you appreciate the present and cope with loss and change more gracefully. Practice detachment. Learn to detach emotionally from outcomes and material possessions. Detachment doesn't mean indifference, but rather a balanced approach to life's highs and lows. It fosters equanimity and prevents excessive emotional turmoil. Cultivate inner peace. Develop a calm and stable mind. Inner peace arises from aligning with your true self and values, regardless of external circumstances. Practices like meditation, reflection, and mindful breathing help maintain this tranquility. Live simply and moderately. Embrace simplicity in your lifestyle. Avoid excess and focus on what truly matters. A moderate approach to consumption and desires reduces stress and enhances your appreciation for life's essentials, fostering contentment and balance. Serve others and contribute. Actively look for ways to help and uplift others. Serving others not only benefits them but also enriches your own life. Contributing to the greater good provides a sense of purpose and fulfillment, strengthening community bonds. Reflect daily on actions. Set aside time each day to review your actions and thoughts. Self-reflection promotes self-awareness and growth. By examining your behavior, you identify areas for improvement and reinforce positive habits, fostering continual personal development. Maintain a positive perspective. Choose to see challenges as opportunities and setbacks as lessons. A positive perspective doesn't ignore difficulties but reframes them constructively. This mindset builds resilience and optimism, helping you navigate life's ups and downs more effectively. Develop emotional resilience. Strengthen your ability to bounce back from adversity. Emotional resilience involves managing stress and maintaining a balanced outlook. Practices like mindfulness, self-care, and positive self-talk support emotional health and stability. Practice forgiveness. Let go of grudges and resentment. Forgiveness is a gift to yourself, freeing you from the burden of negative emotions. It fosters inner peace and healthier relationships, allowing you to move forward unencumbered by past grievances. Embrace change. Accept and adapt to life's inevitable changes. Resistance to change causes unnecessary suffering. Embracing change with an open mind and flexible attitude helps you grow and thrive, turning potential challenges into new opportunities. Cultivate humility. Recognize your limitations and value others' contributions. Humility involves being open to learning and acknowledging that you don't have all the answers. It fosters mutual respect, collaboration, and a more grounded self-view. Stay true to your values. Identify and adhere to your core values. Staying true to your principles guides your decisions and actions, providing a strong foundation in life. This alignment fosters integrity, consistency, and a sense of inner harmony. Develop strong relationships. Invest time and effort in building meaningful connections. Strong relationships provide emotional support, enrich your life, and foster a sense of belonging. Prioritize quality interactions and mutual respect in your relationships. Be patient and persistent. Understand that meaningful progress takes time. Cultivate patience and persistence in pursuing your goals. These qualities help you navigate setbacks and maintain motivation, ultimately leading to greater achievements and satisfaction. Practice active listening. Engage fully in conversations, giving your full attention to others. Active listening fosters deeper understanding and stronger connections. It shows respect and empathy, enhancing communication and building trust in your relationships. Live with purpose. Identify your life's purpose and pursue it with passion. A clear sense of purpose provides direction and motivation, guiding your actions and decisions. Living with purpose brings fulfillment and a sense of meaning to your life. Balance work and rest. Maintain a healthy balance between productivity and rest. Overworking leads to burnout, while adequate rest rejuvenates your body and mind. Striking this balance enhances your overall well-being and effectiveness in all areas of life. Embody Stoic wisdom daily. Integrate Stoic principles into your daily life. Consistent practice reinforces these values, transforming your mindset and behavior over time. By embodying Stoic wisdom, you cultivate a life of virtue, resilience, and tranquility. Practice voluntary discomfort. Occasionally choose discomfort to build resilience. This might mean taking cold showers or fasting. Voluntary discomfort trains your mind to endure hardships with greater ease, making you less vulnerable to the unexpected and more adaptable to life's challenges. Embrace silence and solitude. Spend time alone and in silence regularly. Solitude fosters self-reflection, creativity, and inner peace. It helps you disconnect from external noise and distractions, allowing you to reconnect with your thoughts and emotions more deeply. Reframe negative thoughts. Challenge and reframe negative thoughts into positive or neutral ones. Cognitive reframing helps reduce anxiety and stress, promoting a healthier mental state. This practice enhances your ability to maintain a balanced perspective in difficult situations. Perform a morning ritual. Start your day with a structured ritual. This might include meditation, journaling, or setting intentions. A morning ritual sets a positive tone for the day, enhancing focus and productivity while grounding you in your values and goals. Cultivate a sense of wonder. Appreciate the beauty and mystery of life. Cultivating wonder enhances your sense of gratitude and joy. It encourages a deeper connection to the world around you, fostering a more positive and engaged mindset. Practice random acts of kindness. Perform spontaneous acts of kindness without expecting anything in return. These acts boost your mood and well-being, fostering a sense of connection and compassion. They also contribute to a more positive and supportive community. Visualize your ideal self. Regularly envision the person you aspire to be. Visualization strengthens your commitment to personal growth and aligns your actions with your highest ideals. It acts as a powerful motivator and guide in your journey towards self-improvement. Develop a growth mindset. Embrace challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. A growth mindset encourages continuous improvement and resilience. By viewing failures as learning experiences, you become more adaptable and persistent in pursuing your goals. Foster emotional intelligence. Develop the ability to understand and manage your emotions. Emotional intelligence enhances your relationships and decision-making. It involves empathy, self-awareness, and effective communication, fostering healthier interactions and personal growth. Engage in deep work. Dedicate focused time to meaningful tasks without distractions. Deep work enhances productivity and the quality of your output. It fosters a sense of accomplishment and mastery, leading to greater satisfaction and professional growth. Practice mental rehearsal. Prepare for challenges by mentally rehearsing your actions and responses. Mental rehearsal builds confidence and reduces anxiety. It helps you navigate difficult situations with greater ease and effectiveness, enhancing your overall performance. Embrace minimalism. Simplify your life by focusing on what truly matters. Minimalism reduces clutter and distractions, fostering clarity and peace of mind. It encourages intentional living, helping you prioritize your values and goals over material possessions. Cultivate patience with others. Practice patience and understanding in your interactions. Recognize that everyone has their struggles and challenges. This approach fosters compassion and stronger relationships, reducing conflicts and enhancing mutual respect. Engage in creative expression. Explore creative outlets like writing, painting, or music. Creative expression enhances emotional well-being and provides a healthy way to process and express your emotions. It fosters a sense of fulfillment and personal growth. Practice acceptance. Accept life as it is, without resistance or judgment. Acceptance doesn't mean resignation but rather recognizing reality. This mindset reduces suffering and enhances your ability to adapt and find solutions to challenges. Develop financial wisdom. Manage your finances wisely and live within your means. Financial wisdom fosters security and reduces stress. It involves budgeting, saving, and investing mindfully, aligning your spending with your values and long-term goals. Cultivate a sense of humor. Find humor in life's situations, even the challenging ones. A sense of humor enhances resilience and reduces stress. It fosters a positive outlook and helps you navigate difficulties with grace and lightness. Engage in active learning. Continuously seek new knowledge and skills. Active learning keeps your mind sharp and adaptable. It fosters personal and professional growth, enhancing your ability to navigate an ever-changing world with confidence and curiosity. Practice deliberate practice. Focus on improving specific skills through targeted practice. Deliberate practice involves setting goals, receiving feedback, and making adjustments. This approach accelerates skill development and mastery, leading to greater achievements. Maintain a journal. Keep a journal to document your thoughts, experiences, and reflections. Journaling enhances self-awareness and clarity. It provides a safe space to explore your emotions and ideas, fostering personal growth and problem-solving. Engage in community service. Actively participate in community service and volunteer work. Serving others enhances your sense of purpose and connection. It contributes to a more supportive and compassionate community, enriching both your life and the lives of others. Practice non-attachment to opinions. Hold your opinions lightly and remain open to new perspectives. Non-attachment fosters intellectual humility and growth. It encourages respectful dialogue and understanding, reducing conflicts and enhancing learning. Foster a sense of adventure. Embrace life's adventures and seek new experiences. A sense of adventure fosters curiosity and growth. It encourages you to step out of your comfort zone, enhancing your resilience and adaptability. Practice non-judgment. Avoid judging yourself and others harshly. Non-judgment fosters compassion and acceptance. It encourages a more understanding and supportive approach to yourself and those around you, enhancing relationships and personal well-being. Embrace the power of rituals. Create meaningful rituals to mark important moments and transitions. Rituals provide structure and a sense of significance. They enhance your connection to your values and community, fostering a deeper sense of purpose and continuity in your life. Practice memento mori. Regularly remind yourself of your mortality. Memento mori, or remember you must die, encourages you to live fully and prioritize what truly matters. This perspective fosters gratitude, urgency, and a deeper appreciation for life's fleeting moments. Seek harmony with nature. Align your life with the natural order. Understand and respect the rhythms and cycles of nature. This principle promotes balance, sustainability, and a sense of interconnectedness with the world, fostering a harmonious and fulfilling existence. Develop a sense of duty. Recognize and fulfill your responsibilities to others and society. A sense of duty encourages ethical behavior and contributes to the greater good. It fosters a sense of purpose and belonging, enhancing your commitment to your community and values. Practice apatheia. Cultivate a state of inner calm and freedom from passions. Apatheia, or emotional equanimity, involves maintaining composure in the face of life's ups and downs. This practice fosters resilience, clarity, and a balanced perspective. Engage in contemplative practice. Dedicate time to deep thinking and reflection. Contemplative practice enhances self-awareness and insight. It helps you understand your motivations and actions, fostering personal growth and wiser decision-making. Value your time. Treat your time as a precious resource. Prioritize activities that align with your goals and values, and avoid wasting time on trivial matters. This principle enhances productivity and fulfillment, ensuring you make the most of your limited time. Embrace self-sufficiency. Strive to be self-reliant and independent. Self-sufficiency fosters confidence and resilience. By relying on your own abilities and resources, you reduce dependency on external factors and gain a greater sense of control over your life. Practice non-reactivity. Train yourself to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Non-reactivity involves pausing before responding to situations. This practice fosters emotional regulation and more considered, effective actions, enhancing your interactions and decisions. Cultivate inner strength. Develop mental and emotional fortitude. Inner strength helps you withstand life's challenges with grace and determination. It involves building resilience through self-discipline, positive thinking, and a strong sense of self. Engage in meaningful work. Pursue work that aligns with your values and passions. Meaningful work fosters a sense of purpose and satisfaction. It encourages dedication and excellence, enhancing your overall well-being and contribution to society. Practice intellectual humility. Recognize the limits of your knowledge and be open to learning. Intellectual humility fosters curiosity and growth. It encourages respectful dialogue and a willingness to consider new perspectives, enhancing your understanding and wisdom. Develop a routine. Establish a consistent daily routine. A structured routine provides stability and predictability, reducing stress and enhancing productivity. It ensures that important tasks and self-care activities are prioritized and completed regularly. Practice compassionate self-talk. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding. Compassionate self-talk fosters self-acceptance and resilience. It helps you navigate challenges with a supportive inner voice, reducing negative self-criticism and enhancing your overall well-being. Seek solace in nature. Spend time in natural settings to rejuvenate your mind and spirit. Nature has a calming and restorative effect, promoting mental clarity and emotional balance. This practice fosters a deeper connection to the environment and a sense of inner peace. Practice detached involvement. Engage fully in your activities without becoming attached to outcomes. Detached involvement fosters a balanced approach to life, reducing stress and disappointment. It encourages commitment to your actions while maintaining emotional equilibrium. Embrace imperfection. Accept and appreciate your flaws and those of others. Embracing imperfection fosters self-compassion and realistic expectations. It encourages growth and learning, reducing the pressure for perfection and enhancing your overall satisfaction. Develop a personal philosophy. Create a set of guiding principles based on your values and beliefs. A personal philosophy provides direction and consistency in your actions. It helps you navigate life's complexities with greater clarity and confidence. Practice reciprocal altruism. Engage in acts of kindness with the understanding that helping others ultimately benefits everyone. Reciprocal altruism fosters cooperation and trust within your community, creating a supportive and compassionate environment. Seek balance in all things. Strive for balance in every aspect of your life, including work, relationships, and self-care. Balance promotes overall well-being and prevents burnout. It ensures that all areas of your life receive appropriate attention and energy. Engage in creative problem-solving. Approach challenges with creativity and an open mind. Creative problem-solving fosters innovation and adaptability. It encourages you to think outside the box and find effective solutions to complex issues. Practice daily affirmations. Use positive affirmations to reinforce your values and goals. Daily affirmations foster a positive mindset and self-confidence. They help you stay focused on your aspirations and maintain motivation and resilience. Value silence in conversations. Embrace silence as a powerful communication tool. Silence allows for reflection and deeper understanding in conversations. It fosters more thoughtful and meaningful exchanges, enhancing your relationships and communication skills. Develop a sense of awe. Cultivate a sense of awe and wonder about the world. Awe fosters gratitude and perspective. It encourages you to appreciate the beauty and complexity of life, enhancing your overall sense of happiness and fulfillment. Practice ethical decision-making. Make decisions based on ethical considerations and integrity. Ethical decision-making fosters trust and respect from others. It aligns your actions with your values, promoting a sense of inner peace and moral clarity. Embrace the unknown. Accept uncertainty and the unknown as natural aspects of life. Embracing the unknown fosters adaptability and resilience. It encourages you to approach new experiences with curiosity and openness, enhancing your personal growth and flexibility. Practice negative visualization. Regularly imagine losing the things you cherish. Negative visualization prepares you emotionally for potential loss, helping you appreciate what you have. By contemplating worst-case scenarios, you become more resilient and less anxious about the future, as you learn to detach from outcomes and focus on the present moment. Exercise moral courage. Stand up for what you believe is right, even when it's difficult. Moral courage involves acting according to your values despite fear or opposition. This principle builds integrity and self-respect, fostering a life of authenticity and virtue. It strengthens your character and encourages others to follow a similar path of righteousness. Find wisdom in adversity. Seek lessons in every challenge. Adversity often reveals strengths and insights that comfort does not. By viewing difficulties as opportunities for growth, you cultivate resilience and wisdom. This perspective helps you navigate life with a proactive and positive mindset, turning obstacles into stepping stones. Practice deliberate kindness. Intentionally perform acts of kindness each day. Deliberate kindness improves your mood and strengthens social bonds. It promotes a positive environment and inspires others to act similarly. This practice enhances your empathy and compassion, contributing to a more supportive and connected community. Seek eudaimonia. Strive for a flourishing life by living virtuously and fulfilling your potential. Eudaimonia, or human flourishing, is achieved through personal growth, meaningful relationships, and contributing to the greater good. This holistic approach fosters long-term happiness and a deep sense of fulfillment, guiding you towards your highest self. Cultivate a beginner's mind. Approach life with curiosity and openness, as if experiencing everything for the first time. A beginner's mind fosters continuous learning and creativity. It helps you avoid complacency and embrace new perspectives, enhancing your adaptability and problem-solving skills. This mindset keeps you engaged and excited about life's possibilities. Maintain inner dialogue. Regularly converse with yourself to reflect on your actions and thoughts. An inner dialogue promotes self-awareness and self-regulation. It helps you understand your motivations and behaviors, guiding you towards more virtuous actions. This practice fosters a deeper connection with yourself and a clearer sense of purpose. Embrace voluntary simplicity. Intentionally simplify your life to focus on what truly matters. Voluntary simplicity involves reducing clutter, both physical and mental, to create space for meaningful activities and relationships. This principle fosters contentment and reduces stress, allowing you to live more intentionally and joyfully. Pursue intellectual virtue. Develop and exercise your intellect to understand the world better. Intellectual virtue involves seeking truth, cultivating critical thinking, and appreciating the complexity of life. This pursuit enhances your ability to make informed decisions and engage in meaningful discussions, enriching your intellectual and personal growth. Practice empathetic listening. Listen to others with the intention of understanding their perspective. Empathetic listening fosters deeper connections and reduces conflicts. It involves being fully present and attentive, validating others' feelings, and responding thoughtfully. This practice enhances your relationships and builds mutual respect and trust. Seek detachment from ego. Let go of your attachment to ego and self-importance. Detachment from ego reduces defensiveness and opens you to growth and learning. It fosters humility and a more genuine connection with others, enhancing your ability to work collaboratively and appreciate different viewpoints. Engage in active rest. Balance periods of intense activity with restorative practices. Active rest includes activities like walking, yoga, or creative hobbies that rejuvenate your mind and body. This balance prevents burnout and enhances overall well-being, ensuring you maintain productivity and a healthy lifestyle. Practice thoughtful consumption. Be mindful of what you consume, whether it's food, media, or material goods. Thoughtful consumption involves choosing quality over quantity and considering the impact of your choices. This principle fosters a more sustainable and fulfilling lifestyle, reducing waste and enhancing your appreciation for what you have. Develop a resilient mindset. Train your mind to bounce back from setbacks and maintain optimism. A resilient mindset involves seeing challenges as temporary and solvable, maintaining a positive outlook, and learning from failures. This approach enhances your ability to cope with adversity and persist in the face of difficulties. Seek inner freedom. Cultivate a sense of inner freedom by detaching from external circumstances. Inner freedom involves finding peace and contentment within yourself, regardless of external events. This principle fosters emotional stability and a sense of empowerment, allowing you to navigate life's challenges with grace and confidence. Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend. Self-compassion involves recognizing your humanity, forgiving yourself for mistakes, and nurturing your well-being. This practice fosters resilience and emotional health, helping you navigate challenges with greater ease and self-acceptance. Embrace life as a journey. View life as a continuous journey of growth and exploration. Embracing life as a journey encourages you to remain curious and open to new experiences. It fosters a mindset of lifelong learning and adaptability, helping you find meaning and fulfillment in each stage of life. Seek harmonious relationships. Foster relationships based on mutual respect, understanding, and support. Harmonious relationships enhance your emotional well-being and provide a strong support network. They involve active communication, empathy, and a commitment to resolving conflicts constructively. Develop a spiritual practice. Engage in practices that nurture your spiritual well-being. A spiritual practice can include meditation, prayer, or connecting with nature. It fosters a sense of inner peace, purpose, and connection to something greater than yourself, enhancing your overall sense of fulfillment and tranquility. Embrace the power of intention. Set clear intentions for your actions and decisions. Embracing the power of intention involves aligning your choices with your values and goals, ensuring your actions are purposeful and meaningful. This principle enhances your focus and commitment, guiding you towards a more intentional and fulfilling life. Practice reflective writing. Use writing as a tool for self-reflection and growth. Reflective writing involves journaling about your experiences, thoughts, and emotions. It fosters self-awareness and clarity, helping you process complex feelings and make sense of your journey. This practice supports personal development and emotional well-being. Cultivate a sense of play. Incorporate playfulness and joy into your daily life. A sense of play enhances creativity, reduces stress, and fosters a positive outlook. It encourages you to approach life with a lighthearted and adventurous spirit, making everyday experiences more enjoyable and fulfilling. Seek synergy and collaboration. Work collaboratively to achieve greater outcomes. Synergy involves combining strengths and resources to create something greater than the sum of its parts. It fosters innovation, mutual respect, and a sense of shared purpose, enhancing both personal and collective success. Practice compassionate boundaries. Set and maintain healthy boundaries with kindness and respect. Compassionate boundaries protect your well-being while honoring others' needs. They foster healthier relationships and reduce stress, ensuring that your interactions are respectful and supportive for everyone involved. Embrace lifelong curiosity. Maintain a curious and inquisitive mindset throughout your life. Lifelong curiosity encourages you to explore new ideas, experiences, and perspectives. It fosters continuous growth and adaptability, keeping your mind engaged and your spirit youthful. This approach enhances your understanding and appreciation of the world. Thank you for joining me on this journey through 100 Stoic principles for immediate life transformation. I hope you found these timeless teachings as inspiring and practical as I do. Remember, the essence of Stoicism lies in our ability to control our reactions, to find peace in the present, and to live in harmony with nature and reason. In the next section we will expand and discuss Stoic lessons to stay calm and collected. Number 1. Accept fate and the natural order. Imagine a world where you fight against every little thing that happens to you. Sounds exhausting, right? That's because it is. Stoicism teaches us to accept fate and the natural order of things. This doesn't mean giving up or becoming a doormat. Far from it. It's about understanding that some things are out of our control and learning to be okay with that. Let's dive into this idea a bit more. You know those moments when life throws you a curveball? Maybe it's a sudden change at work, or something unexpected happens in your personal life. Your first reaction might be to resist, to fight against it, to wish things were different. But here's where Stoicism comes in with a refreshing perspective. Stoics believe that the universe is like a grand, complex play. Each of us has a role to play, and sometimes, the script isn't what we'd choose. Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoic philosophers, often wrote about accepting the events that unfold, understanding that they are part of a greater plan. He believed that everything happens for a reason, even if we can't see it at the moment. Now, think about that for a second. If you could accept that whatever happens is part of a natural order, wouldn't that lift a massive weight off your shoulders? It's like having a cheat code for peace of mind. Instead of getting stuck in a cycle of why me or this isn't fair, you pivot to this is happening, and that's okay. This mindset shift can be transformative. It doesn't mean you don't feel emotions or that you become a robot. No way. You still feel, you still care, but you don't let those feelings control you. You acknowledge them, you sit with them, and then you let them pass. Here's the kicker. When you accept fate and the natural order, you free up so much mental energy. Think about all the times you've stressed over things beyond your control. It's draining, right? By accepting what is, you conserve that energy for things that truly matter and that you can actually influence. You become more present, more grounded, and more in tune with yourself and the world around you. One of the key points in this lesson is understanding the difference between what you can control and what you can't. The Stoics often use the metaphor of an archer. You can control your aim, your form, and the effort you put into shooting the arrow. But once it's in the air, the outcome is out of your hands. Wind, distance, even the target's movement, these are factors you can't influence. Accepting this is liberating. Picture your life as this archer's journey. You do your best, you aim carefully, you put in the work. But once you've done all you can, you let go. You accept that the arrow will land where it lands. This acceptance isn't resignation, it's wisdom. It's understanding that you're part of a bigger picture, a natural order, and that fighting against this order is not only futile but also counterproductive. So, next time life throws something unexpected your way, take a deep breath. Remind yourself that this, too, is part of the natural order. Embrace it, learn from it, and move forward with the grace and resilience of a true Stoic. Before we move on to the second principle, consider subscribing to Modern Stoic for staying up to date with our Stoicism content. Additionally, if you are comfortable commenting, do comment, "I am calm," to affirm calmness into your life. Now let's move on. Number 2, cultivate an attitude of gratitude. Gratitude, it's a word we toss around a lot, but what does it really mean to cultivate an attitude of gratitude? In the realm of Stoicism, it's about more than just saying thanks. It's a deeper, more intentional practice that can transform the way we see the world and handle whatever comes our way. First off, let's talk about why gratitude is such a big deal. Ever notice how easy it is to focus on what's wrong in our lives? It's like our brains have this default setting to zoom in on the negative. The Stoics understood this tendency and flipped the script. They believed that by focusing on what we have, rather than what we lack, we could find more peace and contentment. Think of it like this. When you wake up in the morning, what's the first thing on your mind? Is it the pile of work waiting for you? The errands you need to run? What if, instead, you started the day by acknowledging the good things in your life? It could be as simple as appreciating the fact that you have a warm bed, a roof over your head, or the opportunity to experience a new day. Now, This isn't about ignoring problems or pretending everything is perfect. Not at all. It's about balancing out the scales. By intentionally focusing on the positive, we can shift our mindset. It's like training a muscle. The more you practice, the stronger it gets. Imagine walking through your day with this mindset. You hit traffic, and instead of cursing your luck, you take a moment to appreciate the music playing in your car or the extra time to think. Your coffee spills, but you find yourself grateful for the chance to try that new cafe down the street. These little shifts in perspective add up. They create a buffer against stress and negativity. Gratitude also has this incredible power to ground us in the present moment. When we're caught up in worries about the future or regrets about the past, we're missing out on what's happening right now. By focusing on what we're grateful for, we pull ourselves back into the here and now. It's a gentle reminder to live fully in the moment. And here's another thing, gratitude can be a game changer in our relationships. When we express genuine thanks to the people around us, it strengthens our connections. It's like a ripple effect. Your positive vibes spread out and touch everyone you interact with. People feel appreciated, seen, and valued. And who doesn't want that? So, how do you start cultivating this attitude of gratitude? It doesn't have to be complicated. Maybe keep a little journal where you jot down a few things you're grateful for each day. Or take a moment before bed to reflect on the good moments from your day. Some folks like to meditate on gratitude, bringing a sense of calm and appreciation into their practice. Remember, this isn't about forcing yourself to be positive all the time. It's about creating a habit, a mindset, that gradually shifts your focus. It's about finding those pockets of joy and appreciation, even on the tough days. By embracing gratitude, we open ourselves up to a richer, more fulfilling life. It's a practice that aligns perfectly with the Stoic philosophy of focusing on what we can control, our thoughts, our attitudes, our responses. So, give it a try. Start small, be consistent, and watch how it changes your perspective. You might just find that a grateful heart is the key to a calm, resilient mind. Number 3, practice mindfulness and self-awareness. Alright, let's dive into the world of mindfulness and self-awareness, Stoic style. Imagine navigating through life with a kind of inner compass that keeps you grounded no matter what. That's what practicing mindfulness and self-awareness can do for you. It's like having a superpower that helps you stay calm, focused, and in control. First off, what's the big deal about mindfulness? It's about being present, truly present, in each moment. Sounds simple, right? But how often are we really in the moment? Our minds are like hyperactive squirrels, jumping from one thought to another, constantly distracted. Mindfulness is about reining in that squirrel brain and paying attention to what's happening right now, without getting caught up in the noise. So, how do you get started? Start with something basic, your breath. Yep, just paying attention to your breathing can be a game changer. Take a deep breath in, notice how it feels, and then let it out slowly. Do this a few times, and you'll start to feel more anchored. It's like hitting the pause button on the chaos around you. But mindfulness isn't just about meditation or breathing exercises. It's a way of living. It's about being fully engaged in whatever you're doing. Whether you're eating, walking, or even just washing the dishes, try to do it with your full attention. Notice the sensations, the sounds, the smells. This simple practice can transform mundane tasks into moments of calm and clarity. Now, let's talk about self-awareness. This is the next level of mindfulness. It's about understanding your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. It's like having a mirror that reflects not just your outer appearance but your inner world. The Stoics believed that knowing yourself was key to living a good life. They spent a lot of time reflecting on their thoughts and actions, understanding what drove them, and how they could improve. Think of self-awareness as a personal check-in. How are you feeling? What's on your mind? What are your triggers? By regularly checking in with yourself, you become more in tune with your emotions and reactions. This awareness helps you respond to situations more thoughtfully rather than just reacting on autopilot. Imagine you're in a tense situation. Maybe someone said something that irked you. Instead of snapping back, take a moment. Pause. Check in with yourself. Why are you feeling this way? What's the best way to respond? This brief moment of self-awareness can save you from unnecessary conflict and stress. Practicing mindfulness and self-awareness isn't about being perfect or zen all the time. It's about making a conscious effort to be present and to understand yourself better. It's about building a habit of paying attention to your inner world, just as much as you do to the outer one. So, how do you cultivate these practices in your daily life? Start small. Set aside a few minutes each day for mindfulness exercises. Reflect on your day in a journal. Ask yourself questions about your thoughts and feelings. Over time, these small practices will add up, creating a more mindful and self-aware you. In the end, practicing mindfulness and self-awareness is about creating a deeper connection with yourself and the world around you. It's about finding calm in the chaos and clarity in the confusion. It's about living with intention and purpose, guided by your inner compass. So, take a deep breath, tune in, and embrace the journey of knowing yourself better. It's a path to resilience and peace that the Stoics knew well, and now, so do you. Number 4, contemplate the impermanence of everything. Let's talk about something we all know but rarely like to think about: impermanence. Nothing lasts forever. Everything changes. It sounds a bit heavy, doesn't it? But here's the thing, embracing this idea can actually bring a lot of peace into your life. The Stoics were all about understanding and accepting the impermanence of everything. It's a cornerstone of their philosophy, and for good reason. So, what does it mean to contemplate the impermanence of everything? Well, it starts with recognizing that everything around us is in a constant state of flux. Think about it. Seasons change, people come and go, and even our thoughts and feelings are always shifting. This realization can be both humbling and freeing. Imagine walking through your day with this awareness. You're stuck in a long line at the store. Instead of getting frustrated, you remind yourself that this moment is temporary. Soon, it will pass. Or maybe you're enjoying a beautiful sunset. Knowing that it won't last forever makes it even more precious. You savor it more deeply. By contemplating impermanence, we can learn to let go of our attachments. We often cling to things, people, and situations, hoping they'll stay the same forever. But this clinging is a recipe for disappointment. When we accept that everything is transient, we can appreciate things as they are, without trying to hold on too tightly. This mindset can also help us deal with tough times. When you're going through a rough patch, it's comforting to remember that it won't last forever. This too shall pass. It's a phrase worth repeating to yourself. It doesn't make the tough times disappear, but it gives you a sense of perspective and hope. On the flip side, contemplating impermanence also helps us stay grounded during the good times. Instead of taking things for granted, we learn to cherish them. We understand that good moments are fleeting, so we soak them in, fully present and grateful. Now, how do we actually practice this contemplation? It doesn't have to be complicated. You could start by taking a few moments each day to reflect on the transient nature of life. Think about the changes you've seen in your own life, the phases, the ups and downs, the comings and goings. This isn't about being morbid or dwelling on loss. It's about cultivating a deeper appreciation for the flow of life. Meditation can also be a powerful tool. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. Notice how each breath rises and falls, just like the events in our lives. They come and go, ebb and flow. Through this practice, you can develop a sense of calm acceptance. Another way to embrace impermanence is to simplify your life. Let go of things you don't need. Practice non-attachment. This doesn't mean you can't enjoy life's pleasures, but rather that you enjoy them without becoming dependent on them. In conversations with others, remember that relationships are fluid. People change, and so do you. This awareness can help you be more patient, understanding, and forgiving. It can also make you more present, appreciating the moments you share with others. So, the next time you're faced with change or loss, try to view it through the lens of impermanence. It's a natural part of life's cycle. By embracing this Stoic principle, you can cultivate a sense of resilience and inner peace. You'll learn to ride the waves of change with grace, knowing that each moment, whether good or bad, is just one part of the ever-changing tapestry of life. In the end, contemplating the impermanence of everything helps us live more fully. It reminds us to appreciate the here and now, to let go of unnecessary worries, and to embrace the beauty of life's constant flow. It's a lesson from the Stoics that can help us keep calm and carry on, no matter what life throws our way. Number 5. Practice physical exercise as a Stoic discipline. Let's talk about something that's not just good for your body but also your mind: physical exercise. Yep, the Stoics were big on it. They didn't hit the gym for vanity or beach bodies. They exercised as a way to build discipline, resilience, and mental toughness. It's all about embracing the grind and finding strength through the challenge. First off, why did the Stoics value physical exercise so much? Well, they believed that a strong body helped forge a strong mind. It's pretty hard to argue with that. When you push your body, you're also training your willpower and determination. You're learning to push through discomfort, to keep going when it gets tough. These are invaluable lessons that translate to every aspect of life. Imagine you're out for a run. It's hot, you're tired, and every muscle in your body is screaming at you to stop. But you don't. You keep going, one step at a time. That's Stoic discipline in action. It's not just about the physical benefits, though those are great. It's about proving to yourself that you can endure, that you have the mental grit to keep pushing forward. Now, let's dive into how this works in a more everyday context. Think about your typical workout. It might be lifting weights, running, yoga, or even a brisk walk. Whatever it is, approach it with a Stoic mindset. Don't just go through the motions. Be present. Feel your body working, acknowledge the effort you're putting in. This mindfulness turns a simple workout into a powerful exercise in self-discipline. And here's the kicker: physical exercise is a great way to practice voluntary discomfort. You're intentionally putting your body through strain and stress. It's a controlled environment where you can test your limits and push beyond them. This builds resilience. When you're used to facing physical challenges, mental ones don't seem so daunting. Let's talk about the mental side of things. When you're exercising, it's not just your muscles that are working. Your mind is, too. You're making decisions, staying focused, and maintaining motivation. These mental exercises are just as important as the physical ones. They teach you to stay calm and composed under pressure, a key aspect of Stoic philosophy. Consistency is crucial here. It's not about having one epic workout. It's about showing up, day after day, and putting in the work. This regular practice builds a routine, a habit. And habits are powerful. They shape our lives in profound ways. By committing to regular exercise, you're embedding discipline into your daily routine. And let's not forget the benefits outside the gym. Regular physical activity has a ripple effect. It improves your mood, boosts your energy, and sharpens your focus. All these things help you handle stress and adversity better. It's like having a secret weapon in your back pocket, ready to be unleashed whenever life throws a curveball. Incorporating Stoic principles into your workout routine can be as simple as setting a challenging goal and working towards it with determination. Or it might mean pushing through those last few reps when your body wants to quit. It's about finding that inner strength, that mental toughness, and cultivating it through physical effort. So, how do you start? Pick an activity you enjoy. It doesn't have to be extreme or intense. The key is consistency and effort. Show up, put in the work, and be mindful of the process. Embrace the challenge, and let it shape you into a stronger, more resilient person. Remember, the goal isn't perfection. It's progress. It's about becoming a little bit better, a little bit stronger each day. By practicing physical exercise as a Stoic discipline, you're not just building a better body. You're building a better mind, a more resilient spirit, and a calmer, more composed self. So, lace up those sneakers, hit the trail, and embrace the journey. You've got this. Number 6, use the view from above technique. Alright, let's chat about something super cool from Stoicism called the view from above technique. Imagine you're a drone, flying high above your life, looking down at everything from a bird's eye view. This isn't about being detached or aloof. It's about gaining a fresh perspective, seeing the bigger picture, and not getting bogged down by the little stuff. So, what exactly is this technique? Picture yourself rising up, higher and higher, until you can see your whole life laid out below you. Your house, your neighborhood, the places you go every day. As you float up, you start to notice how small everything looks. Your problems, your worries, they all shrink in size. This exercise helps you put things into perspective. Why is this useful? Well, we often get stuck in our heads, letting small issues balloon into massive stressors. The view from above is like hitting the reset button on your mental game. It reminds you that, in the grand scheme of things, most of our daily troubles are pretty insignificant. It's not about minimizing your feelings, but about right-sizing your reactions. Let's dive deeper. Close your eyes and visualize yourself lifting off the ground. As you ascend, take in the view. See how your daily life fits into the larger tapestry of your existence. You might notice how interconnected everything is, how your actions ripple outwards, affecting others. This perspective can be enlightening, showing you the broader context of your experiences. Now, let's crank it up a notch. Imagine zooming out even further. You're no longer just above your life, but hovering over your city, your country, even the planet. From this vantage point, you see the vastness of the world, filled with countless lives, each with its own story. Your concerns begin to blend into the mosaic of human experience, making you realize you're part of something much larger. This technique isn't just a mental exercise, it's a powerful tool for cultivating empathy and compassion. When you see your life in the context of the world, you understand that everyone has their own struggles and joys. It helps you become more patient, less judgmental, and more connected to the human experience. The view from above can also be incredibly grounding. When you're overwhelmed, it's easy to feel like you're the center of a storm. This technique helps you step out of the storm, observing it from a distance. It gives you the clarity to navigate through challenges with a calmer, more balanced mind. So, how can you incorporate this into your daily routine? It's simple. Whenever you feel stressed or caught up in drama, take a few moments to practice this visualization. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and imagine yourself rising above the situation. You can do this anywhere, at your desk, on a walk, or even lying in bed. This practice is especially handy in high-pressure situations. Say you're facing a difficult decision or conflict. Instead of reacting impulsively, use the view from above to gain perspective. Ask yourself, how important will this be in a week? A month? A year? This can help you respond more thoughtfully and less emotionally. Remember, the goal isn't to detach from your life, but to engage with it more mindfully. The view from above is like having a mental toolkit that you can pull out whenever you need a fresh perspective. It's a way to stay grounded, maintain your cool, and navigate life's ups and downs with a stoic mindset. In the end, using the view from above technique is about finding balance. It's about recognizing the smallness of our worries and the vastness of existence, without dismissing them entirely. It's about seeing the forest and the trees, appreciating the big picture while tending to the details. So next time you're feeling overwhelmed, take a step back, rise above, and see the world with a broader, calmer view. You might just find that the sky-high perspective brings you a little closer to inner peace. Number 7. Maintain a virtuous character. Let's talk about virtue. It sounds old-fashioned, right? But in the world of Stoicism, maintaining a virtuous character is like having a personal compass guiding you through life's chaos. It's about being the best version of yourself, not for the sake of appearances, but because it's the right thing to do. Plus, it brings a sense of inner peace and resilience. So, what does it mean to be virtuous? At its core, it's about living with integrity, honesty, and kindness. It's about aligning your actions with your values, even when no one is watching. This isn't about being perfect or never making mistakes. It's about striving to do better, to be better, and to contribute positively to the world around you. Let's break it down. Imagine your values as the foundation of a house. If that foundation is solid, the house can withstand storms, earthquakes, whatever comes its way. Similarly, if you base your life on strong virtues, you can handle stress, conflict, and uncertainty with more grace and strength. One key aspect of maintaining a virtuous character is self-awareness. You need to know what you stand for, what you believe in. Take a moment to reflect on your core values. Are they honesty, kindness, courage, patience? Once you're clear on these, you can start aligning your actions with them. Think of it as a daily practice. Each day presents countless opportunities to act in line with your virtues. It might be as simple as speaking the truth, even when it's hard, or showing kindness to someone who might not deserve it. These small, consistent actions build up over time, shaping your character. But here's the thing, being virtuous isn't always easy. Sometimes, it feels like swimming against the current. You might face temptations to cut corners, tell a little white lie, or act out of selfishness. That's where the real test comes in. It's in those challenging moments that your character is forged. The Stoics had a great way of dealing with this. They practiced something called premeditatio malorum, which means anticipating challenges. By thinking ahead about potential obstacles, they prepared themselves to act virtuously, no matter what. It's like having a mental rehearsal for tough situations. When the time comes, you're ready to face it with integrity. Maintaining a virtuous character also means being accountable to yourself. It's about reflecting on your actions, admitting when you've fallen short, and making amends. It's not about beating yourself up, but learning from your experiences and striving to do better. And let's not forget the ripple effect. When you live with virtue, you inspire others to do the same. Your actions can have a positive impact on those around you, creating a kind of virtuous circle. It's like planting seeds of goodness that grow and spread, making the world a little better, one action at a time. So, how do you keep this up? Start small. Set daily intentions to act in line with your values. Reflect on your day before bed. What did you do well? Where can you improve? Over time, these practices become habits, and those habits shape your character. Remember, being virtuous isn't about grand gestures. It's in the little things, a kind word, a truthful statement, a helping hand. These are the building blocks of a strong, resilient character. And when you face life's storms, this solid foundation will keep you steady. In the end, maintaining a virtuous character is a lifelong journey. It's about constantly striving to be your best self, not for recognition or praise, but because it's the right path to walk. It's about living with integrity, even when it's hard, and finding strength in your values. So, take a deep breath, embrace your virtues, and let them guide you through the ups and downs of life. You'll find that this inner compass not only helps you stay calm but also brings a profound sense of fulfillment and peace. Number 8. Live in accordance with nature. Let's dive into the Stoic idea of living in accordance with nature. It sounds a bit philosophical, doesn't it? But really, it's about syncing up with the natural rhythm of life. It's about flowing with the current instead of fighting against it. When we live in harmony with nature, we align ourselves with a deeper sense of purpose and calm. So, what does it mean to live in accordance with nature? Think about how nature operates. It has cycles, seasons, ebbs and flows. There's a natural order to things, a rhythm that's both predictable and ever-changing. The Stoics believe that we, as humans, are part of this grand tapestry. By understanding and respecting this natural order, we can find our place within it and live more peacefully. Start with the basics. Consider your own nature. What are your strengths, your weaknesses, your passions? Embrace these aspects of yourself. If you're a morning person, rise with the sun and tackle your day early. If you're more creative at night, let your inspiration flow under the moonlight. Align your daily routines with your natural inclinations. It's about working with your inherent traits instead of against them. Now, extend this idea to the world around you. Nature isn't in a rush, and neither should you be. Slow down. Take a moment to breathe, to notice the world unfolding around you. The rustling of leaves, the changing colors of the sky, the rhythm of your breath. These small moments of mindfulness can help ground you, reminding you that you're part of something larger. Living in accordance with nature also means accepting the things you can't control. The Stoics were big on this. They knew that fighting against the inevitable is a losing battle. Instead, they taught us to focus on what we can control, our actions, our responses, our attitudes. When we accept that some things are simply out of our hands, we free ourselves from unnecessary stress and anxiety. Consider the changing seasons. Just as winter gives way to spring, challenges in life will eventually pass. Embrace the cycles of your own life, the highs, the lows, the in-betweens. Each phase has its own lessons and opportunities. By accepting and flowing with these cycles, you cultivate resilience and flexibility. Another key aspect is connecting with the natural world. Spend time outdoors, feel the earth beneath your feet, listen to the sounds of nature. This isn't just about physical well-being, though that's a great bonus. It's about reconnecting with the world from which we've become so detached. There's a sense of peace and clarity that comes from being in nature, a reminder of the simplicity and beauty of life. And let's talk about simplicity for a moment. Nature doesn't complicate things. It follows its course with elegance and efficiency. Take a leaf from nature's book and simplify your own life. Declutter your space, your mind, your commitments. Focus on what truly matters. This simplification creates room for calm and clarity, helping you stay centered in the chaos of modern life. Living in accordance with nature also means being true to your own nature. Be authentic. Don't try to mold yourself into someone else's expectations or ideals. Embrace who you are, flaws and all. This authenticity attracts genuine connections and creates a sense of inner harmony. In essence, living in accordance with nature is about finding balance. It's about recognizing your place in the world, accepting the natural flow of life, and aligning your actions with your true self. It's a path to peace, resilience, and fulfillment. So, take a step back, breathe deeply, and let yourself flow with the natural rhythm of life. You'll find that living in harmony with nature isn't just a Stoic ideal, it's a practical, powerful way to navigate the ups and downs of everyday existence. Number 9. Practice voluntary discomfort. Let's talk about something a bit unconventional: voluntary discomfort. Sounds weird, right? Why would anyone choose to be uncomfortable? But here's the thing, this Stoic practice isn't about being a masochist. It's about building mental resilience and appreciating what you have. So, what is voluntary discomfort? It's intentionally putting yourself in situations that are a bit outside your comfort zone. It's about embracing small challenges that toughen you up for the bigger ones life might throw your way. Think of it as training for your mind and spirit, much like a workout for your body. Imagine this: you're used to a cozy bed with soft pillows. Try sleeping on the floor for a night. Not the most pleasant experience, but it's a great way to practice voluntary discomfort. It's a reminder that you can handle more than you think and that luxury isn't a necessity. Why do this? Well, when you expose yourself to controlled discomfort, you're essentially saying to yourself, "I can handle this." You're breaking the habit of always seeking comfort and ease. Life is full of unexpected challenges, and by practicing voluntary discomfort, you prepare yourself to face them with greater strength and calm. Another way to practice this is through fasting or skipping a meal. Our modern lives are filled with constant access to food, but taking a break from eating can be a powerful exercise. It teaches you to appreciate your meals more and shows you that you can endure hunger without falling apart. Plus, it's a good reminder that you don't need to give in to every craving. Or how about taking a cold shower? Sounds awful, right? But it's a great way to shock your system and build mental toughness. You step under that cold water, and your first instinct is to jump out. But if you stay, breathe through it, and let yourself adjust, you realize it's not as bad as you thought. You build resilience, one cold shower at a time. Now, voluntary discomfort isn't just about physical challenges. It's also about emotional and mental discomfort. Try striking up a conversation with a stranger, or speaking up in a meeting when you'd rather stay quiet. These small acts push you out of your comfort zone and help you grow. The beauty of this practice is that it's highly personal. What's uncomfortable for one person might be a breeze for another. The key is to find those things that stretch you a little, that make you squirm just enough to build that inner strength. It's about gradually expanding your comfort zone. When you regularly practice voluntary discomfort, you start to notice a shift in your mindset. You become less afraid of challenges and more confident in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. You develop a kind of mental toughness that makes everyday stresses seem less daunting. It's also a great way to cultivate gratitude. When you willingly give up some of your comforts, you start to appreciate them more. That warm bed feels even cozier after a night on the floor. That hot shower feels like a luxury after a cold one. By experiencing discomfort, you gain a deeper appreciation for the comforts you usually take for granted. Incorporating voluntary discomfort into your life doesn't have to be extreme. Start small. Skip a meal, take a cold shower, or challenge yourself to speak up more often. The goal isn't to make yourself miserable but to build resilience and gratitude. So, give it a try. Step out of your comfort zone and embrace a little discomfort. It's a powerful way to build mental resilience, appreciate what you have, and prepare yourself for the unpredictable nature of life. You might just find that these small challenges bring a surprising amount of strength and calm into your daily existence. Number 10. Engage in self-denial exercises. Next, let's dive into the Stoic practice of self-denial. It might sound a bit intense, but hear me out. Self-denial exercises are all about saying no to some of the comforts and pleasures we're used to, and it's got some real benefits. It's about building discipline, appreciating what you have, and developing mental toughness. Plus, it's kind of like a reset button for your mind and body. So, what does it mean to engage in self-denial exercises? Essentially, it's about intentionally depriving yourself of certain luxuries or habits. This isn't about punishing yourself. It's about practicing control and understanding that you don't need all these extras to be content. It's a way to strengthen your willpower and resilience. Think about how often we give in to our impulses. Craving a snack? Grab one. Feeling lazy? Skip the workout. We live in a world of instant gratification. Self-denial flips the script. It's like putting your mind on a training regimen. You learn to resist those immediate urges and focus on what's truly necessary. Let's break this down with some simple examples. Start with food. Try fasting for a day, or skip your favorite treat for a week. Notice how your body and mind react. At first, it might be tough. You'll probably think about that food a lot. But over time, you'll find that you don't actually need it as much as you thought. You'll realize that you have more control over your cravings than you knew. Another way to practice self-denial is through technology. How often do you mindlessly scroll through your phone? Try putting it away for an entire day. No social media, no texts, no emails. Just you, your thoughts, and the world around you. It's amazing how much more present you become when you're not constantly plugged in. Then there's the idea of abstaining from certain luxuries. Take a cold shower instead of a hot one. Wear the same simple outfit for a few days. Walk instead of driving. These might seem like small sacrifices, but they add up. They build a sense of discipline and make you appreciate the comforts you usually take for granted. Self-denial isn't just about physical comforts, though. It's also about mental and emotional habits. Try denying yourself the urge to complain for a week. Or maybe stop yourself from gossiping. It's tougher than it sounds, but it's a great exercise in self-control and positivity. What's the point of all this? It's about proving to yourself that you can live without these comforts. It's about realizing that your happiness and contentment don't depend on external factors. You're training your mind to be stronger, more resilient, and more in control. When you face real challenges, you'll be better equipped to handle them because you've practiced dealing with discomfort. Engaging in self-denial exercises also brings a deeper sense of gratitude. When you go without something, you start to appreciate it more when you have it. That hot shower feels incredible after a week of cold ones. That delicious meal tastes even better after a day of fasting. By denying yourself occasionally, you enhance your appreciation for life's simple pleasures. So, how do you start? Pick one area of your life and make a small change. Maybe skip your morning coffee for a week. Or put your phone away after 8 p.m. The key is consistency. These exercises aren't about making huge, drastic changes. They're about small, intentional acts that build your mental and emotional strength over time. Remember, the goal isn't to make yourself miserable. It's to challenge yourself, to grow, and to build a stronger, more resilient mind. So, give it a try. Embrace the discomfort, and see how it transforms your perspective. You might find that these small acts of self-denial lead to a greater sense of peace, contentment, and resilience in your everyday life. Number 11, embrace discomfort and adversity. Let's jump into the Stoic practice of embracing discomfort and adversity. Yeah, I know, it sounds counterintuitive. Why on earth would anyone want to embrace things that make them feel uncomfortable or stressed? But here's the twist: learning to welcome these challenges can actually make you stronger, more resilient, and surprisingly calmer. So, what does it mean to embrace discomfort and adversity? It's about facing challenges head-on instead of running away from them. It's about seeing obstacles not as threats but as opportunities to grow and learn. When you start looking at discomfort this way, it transforms from something to dread into something to value. Think about your typical day. How often do you seek comfort and avoid anything that feels too hard or too uncomfortable? We're wired to crave ease and shy away from difficulty. But what if, instead of avoiding discomfort, you leaned into it? That's what the Stoics teach us, to find strength in the struggle. Let's break this down. When you encounter something tough, whether it's a physical challenge like a grueling workout or a mental one like a difficult project, your first instinct might be to shy away. But by embracing it, by diving in and tackling it with everything you've got, you start to build resilience. You prove to yourself that you're capable of more than you thought. Imagine you're facing a challenging situation. It's stressful, it's uncomfortable, and you'd rather be anywhere else. Instead of avoiding it, take a deep breath and step into it. Accept that it's going to be tough, but also recognize that you'll come out the other side stronger. This mindset shift is powerful. It's like a mental muscle that gets stronger every time you use it. Adversity, in this context, becomes a kind of training ground. Each challenge you face is an opportunity to practice your skills, to build your resilience. It's like lifting weights for your mind and spirit. The more you practice, the stronger you get. And here's the thing, life is full of unexpected challenges. By regularly embracing discomfort, you're preparing yourself for those moments. You're building a toolkit of mental and emotional strength that you can draw on when things get tough. It's about being proactive rather than reactive. This doesn't mean seeking out pain for pain's sake. It's about understanding that discomfort and adversity are natural parts of life. They're not something to fear but to accept and use to your advantage. By changing your perspective, you can transform how you experience these moments. Let's talk about how to put this into practice. Start small. Maybe it's waking up a bit earlier than you'd like, taking a cold shower, or pushing yourself a little harder in your workout. These small acts of embracing discomfort can build up over time. They create a habit of resilience. When you face adversity, remind yourself that this is a chance to grow. It's not about pretending everything is fine or denying your feelings. Acknowledge the difficulty, but don't let it overwhelm you. Use it as a stepping stone, a chance to prove to yourself how strong and capable you are. Think of adversity as a teacher. Each challenge brings a lesson. Sometimes it's about patience, other times it's about perseverance. By embracing these lessons, you become more adaptable, more resourceful. You learn to navigate life's ups and downs with a sense of calm and confidence. In the end, embracing discomfort and adversity is about cultivating a mindset of growth and resilience. It's about understanding that these challenges are not the enemy but allies in your journey to becoming stronger and more capable. So, next time you're faced with something tough, take a deep breath, step forward, and embrace it. You might just find that on the other side of discomfort is a stronger, more resilient you. In the last section we will discuss anti-stoic habits that you should stop practicing in your life. Number 1. Focusing on external validation. Alright, picture this, you're walking through life like an actor on a stage, but the audience is everyone you know. Friends, family, coworkers, even random strangers on social media. You're constantly looking over your shoulder, wondering, what do they think of me? Do they approve of what I'm doing? It's like you're wearing a mask, always trying to fit the role that others expect of you. It's exhausting, right? Now, this constant need for external validation is like chasing a mirage in the desert. You see it, you think you're getting close, but it keeps moving further away. No matter how much you achieve or how many likes you get on that post, it's never enough. The bar keeps moving, and you're left feeling empty and unfulfilled. It's like trying to fill a bottomless pit. You pour in more and more, but it never feels full. Imagine if, instead of seeking validation from others, you found it within yourself. This isn't about being selfish or arrogant. It's about recognizing your own worth and not letting others dictate how you feel about yourself. When you look inward for validation, you're in control. You set your own standards and measure up to your own expectations. It's incredibly liberating, like throwing off a heavy backpack you've been lugging around for years. Stoicism teaches us that true happiness and contentment come from within. It's about understanding what you can control and what you can't. External opinions? Totally out of your control. What can you control? Your own actions, thoughts, and feelings. When you focus on what you can control, you become the master of your own destiny. You stop being a puppet pulled by the strings of other people's opinions. Let's think about how much time and energy goes into seeking external validation. You dress a certain way, speak a certain way, post specific things online, all to get a nod of approval from others. It's exhausting and often leads to stress and anxiety. Imagine redirecting that energy into something more fulfilling. Pursue your passions, work on personal growth, or simply enjoy the moment without worrying about what others think. One of the most powerful aspects of Stoicism is learning to be indifferent to external approval. This doesn't mean you become a hermit and shun all social interactions. It means you interact with the world without letting it dictate your self-worth. You can still appreciate compliments and constructive criticism, but they don't define you. Think about this. The next time you're faced with a decision, instead of wondering what others will think, ask yourself what aligns with your values and principles. What will make you proud of yourself? This shift in mindset can transform your life. You'll find yourself making choices that are true to you, rather than ones that are just trying to impress others. Also, when you stop seeking external validation, you become more authentic. People will notice the change. Authenticity is magnetic. When you're true to yourself, you attract people who appreciate you for who you really are, not the persona you're trying to project. Your relationships become deeper and more meaningful because they're based on the real you. In a nutshell, focusing on external validation is a habit that's best left behind. It's an endless chase that leaves you drained and dissatisfied. Instead, turn inward. Validate yourself. Be your own biggest fan. It's a game changer, leading to a more fulfilling and authentic life. So, let's drop the act, take off the mask, and start living life on our own terms. Number 2, holding grudges and seeking revenge. Imagine you're carrying around a bag of heavy rocks. Each rock represents a grudge you hold against someone. Maybe it's an old friend who betrayed you, or that coworker who took credit for your idea. Every time you think about these people, you add another rock to your bag. It's heavy, right? It's weighing you down, making every step more difficult. That's what holding grudges does to your mind and spirit. It's exhausting, and it's totally not worth it. Let's be real, seeking revenge feels tempting. The idea of getting even can seem like sweet justice. But here's the thing, revenge is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to get sick. It doesn't work that way. It ends up consuming you, filling you with bitterness and negativity. Instead of moving on, you're stuck in a cycle of anger and resentment. It's like pressing replay on a bad movie, over and over again. Stoicism teaches us that we should focus on what we can control. Can you control what someone else did to you? Nope. But you can control how you react to it. Holding on to anger and plotting revenge keeps you chained to the past. It's like dragging a ball and chain everywhere you go. You're giving the other person power over your emotions, and that's the last thing you want. Instead, imagine letting go of that grudge. Dropping that heavy bag of rocks. It feels lighter, doesn't it? That's because forgiveness is more about freeing yourself than the other person. It's about saying, I'm not going to let your actions control my happiness. It's a powerful declaration of your own strength and resilience. Now, this doesn't mean you have to forget what happened or let people walk all over you. It's not about being a doormat. It's about choosing not to let negative emotions consume you. It's about finding peace within yourself, regardless of what others do. Think about all the energy you spend holding grudges and plotting revenge. What if you redirected that energy into something positive? Pursue a new hobby, work on self-improvement, spend time with loved ones. The possibilities are endless. By focusing on positive actions, you create a life filled with joy and fulfillment, rather than anger and bitterness. Also, when you let go of grudges, you open yourself up to more positive relationships. People are drawn to those who exude peace and positivity. It's like a magnet. By releasing negative emotions, you make space for new, uplifting connections. Your relationships become more meaningful because they're not tainted by past resentments. Stoicism teaches that we should aim for a tranquil mind. Holding grudges and seeking revenge is the opposite of tranquility. It's chaos. It's emotional turmoil. By choosing to let go, you create a calm, peaceful inner world. You become more resilient, more grounded. You can face life's challenges with a clear mind and a strong heart. So, next time you're tempted to hold a grudge or seek revenge, take a step back. Ask yourself if it's worth the emotional weight. Consider the freedom and peace that come with letting go. Choose to unburden yourself and embrace a more stoic, tranquil life. Trust me, it's a game changer. Let go, move on, and live your life unchained. Number 3, avoiding discomfort and challenges. If there's one thing the ancient Stoics would give us a nudge about, it's our natural tendency to dodge discomfort and shy away from challenges. We all do it, right? It's like our built-in survival mechanism. But here's the thing, avoiding discomfort and challenges is a bit like avoiding life itself. Sounds dramatic, but hear me out. Imagine life is like this giant, unpredictable adventure. The twists and turns, the ups and downs, that's where the real juice is. But when we constantly sidestep the hard stuff, we're essentially missing out on all the good bits. The Stoics were all about embracing whatever life threw at them. They believed that every challenge was an opportunity to grow, to become stronger, to be better. It wasn't about seeking pain for pain's sake, but rather seeing the value in the struggle. Think about it. When you avoid discomfort, what you're really doing is staying in your comfort zone. And yeah, the comfort zone is, well, comfortable. But it's also incredibly limiting. It's like living in a bubble where nothing ever changes, and everything stays the same. Safe? Sure. Exciting? Not so much. Growth? Nope. Challenges are like the ultimate personal trainers for your mind and soul. They push you, stretch you, and yes, sometimes make you want to throw in the towel. But every time you face a challenge head-on, you're building resilience. You're proving to yourself that you can handle more than you thought possible. And let's be honest, that feeling of conquering something tough, it's unbeatable. Now, let's talk about discomfort. It's easy to think of discomfort as a bad thing. It's unpleasant, it's, well, uncomfortable. But discomfort is a sign of change, of movement. When you're feeling uncomfortable, it means you're stepping out of that cozy little bubble and into the big, wide world. And that's where the magic happens. Discomfort is where you learn, where you adapt, where you become more than you were yesterday. Imagine you're on a hike, and the path gets steep and rocky. You could turn back, stick to the easy trail, and miss out on the breathtaking view at the top. Or you could push through, keep going despite the discomfort, and reach the summit. The view from the top, the sense of accomplishment, the fresh perspective, it's all worth the effort. Avoiding discomfort and challenges might seem like the easier route, but it's a bit of a trap. It keeps you stagnant, prevents growth, and robs you of the satisfaction that comes from overcoming adversity. The Stoics knew this. They embraced challenges, sought out discomfort, and used them as tools for self-improvement. They understood that the path to a fulfilling life wasn't lined with cushions and shortcuts, but with obstacles and trials that tested their mettle. So, next time you find yourself shying away from something tough, remember the Stoic way. Embrace the challenge, lean into the discomfort, and know that on the other side of that struggle lies a stronger, wiser, and more resilient you. It's not about being fearless, it's about recognizing that the fear, the discomfort, the challenges are all part of the journey. And it's in facing them that we truly live. Alright, that's my take on avoiding discomfort and challenges. It's not about seeking out pain, but about not running away from it when it inevitably shows up. Embrace it, grow from it, and watch how your life transforms in ways you never thought possible. Number 4. Dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. If we're honest, most of us spend way too much time with our heads stuck in yesterday's regrets or tomorrow's fears. But hey, it's normal, right? We're human. However, the Stoics would totally give us a knowing look and a gentle nudge to snap us out of it. First off, let's chat about the past. It's like this old movie that keeps replaying in our heads. Sometimes it's a feel-good flick, but often, it's more like a never-ending rerun of all our mistakes, regrets, and what-ifs. The Stoics were all about learning from the past, but they didn't see the point in getting stuck there. Why? Because the past is done. It's like trying to change the plot of a book that's already been written. You can't do it, no matter how hard you try. And the more you dwell on it, the more you miss out on what's happening right now. Think about it, every moment you spend replaying past events is a moment you're not living in the present. And the present is all we've got. It's where life happens. The Stoics believed in using the past as a teacher, not as a chain that drags you down. Learn the lessons, sure. But then, let it go. Move forward. There's so much life to live, and it's happening right here, right now. Now, let's flip the coin and talk about worrying about the future. This one's a sneaky little habit that creeps up on us. It's like having a constant storm cloud hanging over your head, full of what-ifs and worst-case scenarios. The Stoics had a pretty cool approach to this. They understood that the future is uncertain, and that's just how it is. You can plan, you can prepare, but you can't control it. And worrying? Well, it's like paying interest on a debt you don't even owe yet. When you're constantly worried about what might happen, you're borrowing trouble from the future. And most of the time, those worries never even come true. It's wasted energy, spinning your wheels over things that are out of your hands. The Stoics would tell us to focus on what we can control, our actions, our responses, our mindset. The rest? Let it be. Worrying won't change a thing. Instead, it just steals the joy and peace of the present moment. Imagine your mind is like a garden. Dwelling on the past and worrying about the future are like weeds that choke out all the beautiful flowers trying to grow. The more you let them take over, the less room you have for peace, happiness, and contentment. It's about weeding out those negative thought patterns and making space for what truly matters, the here and now. So, how do we stop this habit? It's not easy, but it starts with awareness. Catch yourself when you're spiraling into the past or future. Pause. Take a deep breath. Remind yourself that the only moment you have control over is this one. Focus on it. Engage with it fully. Whether you're washing dishes, walking the dog, or having a conversation, be there. Mind and body together. And hey, it's okay to think about the past and future sometimes. Planning for the future is smart, and reflecting on the past can be insightful. But don't live there. Don't let those thoughts take up permanent residence in your head. Visit them when necessary, then come back to the present, where life is actually happening. In the end, the Stoics would encourage us to find balance. To learn from the past without being shackled by it. To prepare for the future without being consumed by it. And most importantly, to live fully in the present, embracing each moment for the unique, fleeting gift that it is. So let's take their advice and stop dwelling on what's behind us or fretting about what lies ahead. Let's be here, now, and make the most of it. 5. Avoiding solitude and silence. Let's dive into why avoiding solitude and silence is a big no-no if you're aiming to live a Stoic life. It might seem odd at first. Why would spending time alone and embracing silence matter so much? But here's the thing, solitude and silence are like the secret ingredients in the recipe for inner peace and self-discovery. Imagine your mind as a cluttered room. If you never take the time to clean it up, it's going to be chaotic and stressful. Solitude is like giving yourself permission to declutter that mental space. It's not about isolating yourself or shutting out the world. It's about taking a break from the constant noise and distractions that bombard you every day. In our hustle-bustle world, silence is a rare gem. We're surrounded by noise, chatter, notifications, the endless hum of everyday life. But when you carve out time for silence, it's like hitting the mute button on all that chaos. Silence lets you hear your own thoughts clearly. It's in these quiet moments that you can reflect, ponder, and really get to know yourself. Now, let's talk about why avoiding these moments of solitude and silence can be a bad habit. When you constantly seek external validation or distraction, you're essentially running away from yourself. It's like trying to fill a void with more void. You might keep busy with work, social media, or hanging out with friends all the time, thinking you're living your best life. But without those quiet moments, you're missing out on a deeper understanding of who you are and what you truly want. Think about it. When was the last time you just sat in silence and let your mind wander? No phone, no TV, no chatter, just you and your thoughts. It can be uncomfortable at first. You might feel restless or even a bit anxious. But that's okay. It's in these moments of discomfort that you grow. Solitude teaches you to be comfortable with yourself, to face your fears and anxieties head-on instead of burying them under a pile of distractions. And here's another thing, solitude isn't about being lonely. There's a huge difference between being alone and feeling lonely. Solitude is a choice, a deliberate act of spending time with yourself. It's empowering. It's about enjoying your own company and finding peace within. When you embrace solitude, you build a stronger relationship with yourself. You learn to appreciate who you are, without needing others to define your worth. Silence, on the other hand, is a powerful tool for introspection. When you allow yourself to sit in silence, you open the door to deeper insights and realizations. It's in these silent moments that you can hear your inner voice more clearly. You can reflect on your actions, your goals, and your path in life. Silence helps you cut through the noise of daily life and connect with your true self. So, how can you start embracing solitude and silence in your life? Begin with small steps. Carve out a few minutes each day to just sit in silence. No phone, no distractions, just you and your thoughts. Gradually increase this time as you get more comfortable. Find a quiet spot where you won't be disturbed, maybe a park or a cozy corner in your home. Another great way to embrace solitude is through activities like reading, journaling, or meditating. These practices not only give you a break from the noise but also help you delve deeper into your inner world. Try to incorporate these habits into your daily routine, and notice how they change your perspective and bring more clarity into your life. To sum it all up, avoiding solitude and silence is like depriving yourself of essential nutrients for your soul. It's crucial to make time for these moments of quiet reflection. They help you declutter your mind, understand yourself better, and find a deeper sense of peace. So, the next time you feel the urge to distract yourself, pause and give solitude and silence a chance. You might be surprised at the wisdom and tranquility they bring into your life. Number 6. Being inconsistent in actions and words. Next, let's talk about inconsistency in actions and words and why it's a serious roadblock if you're aiming for a Stoic lifestyle. Picture this: you're saying one thing, but doing another. It's like having a map and ignoring it completely. Frustrating, right? This kind of behavior not only confuses others but also throws you off balance. Inconsistency is a sneaky little habit. It creeps up on you, making promises sound hollow and your commitments seem flaky. When your actions don't match your words, trust starts to crumble. People notice, and guess what? They start doubting you. It's like building a house on shaky ground. Without a solid foundation, everything else becomes unstable. Now, why does this matter so much in the realm of Stoicism? Well, Stoicism is all about integrity, discipline, and aligning your actions with your principles. It's about walking the talk, not just talking the talk. When you're inconsistent, you're essentially betraying your own values. It's like saying you value honesty but constantly telling little white lies. See the disconnect? Being consistent is like having a personal GPS. It keeps you on track, helps you navigate through life with a sense of purpose. When your actions and words are in sync, you're living authentically. You're not pretending to be something you're not. It's a genuine expression of who you are and what you stand for. Think of it this way: consistency builds credibility. When you consistently act in line with what you say, people know they can rely on you. Your words carry weight. They're not just empty promises. This reliability extends to how you view yourself too. You start to trust your own judgment, knowing that you can follow through on your commitments. It boosts your confidence and self-esteem. On the flip side, inconsistency can be exhausting. It's like trying to juggle too many balls at once. You're constantly trying to remember what you said to whom and whether your actions are matching up. It creates unnecessary stress and anxiety. Life's already complicated enough without adding that extra layer of chaos. So, how do you break free from the habit of inconsistency? It starts with self-awareness. Take a moment to reflect on your actions and words. Are they aligned? Are you living in a way that's true to your values? If there's a gap, acknowledge it without judgment. Awareness is the first step towards change. Next, make a conscious effort to align your actions with your words. Start small. If you say you'll do something, follow through. It could be as simple as keeping a promise to call a friend or sticking to a new habit. These small wins build momentum and reinforce your commitment to consistency. Accountability can also play a big role. Share your goals and intentions with someone you trust. Let them hold you accountable. Sometimes, knowing that someone else is watching can give you that extra push to stay consistent. Remember, consistency doesn't mean perfection. It's okay to slip up now and then. What's important is recognizing the slip and getting back on track. It's a journey, not a destination. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small, and keep moving forward. In a nutshell, being inconsistent in your actions and words creates a disconnect that can undermine your credibility and peace of mind. Embracing consistency, on the other hand, builds trust, both with others and within yourself. It's about living authentically and aligning your daily actions with your core values. So, take a deep breath, reflect on your commitments, and strive to be that consistent, reliable person you aspire to be. You'll find that life feels a lot more harmonious and fulfilling when you do. Number 7, underestimating the power of daily habits. Let's get into why underestimating the power of daily habits is a big no-no, especially if you're on the path of Stoicism. You see, daily habits might seem like small, mundane tasks, but they are the building blocks of your life. Think of them as tiny threads that weave together the fabric of your day-to-day existence. First off, let's break down what habits really are. They're those little actions you do almost without thinking. Brushing your teeth, making your bed, drinking your morning coffee. They're automatic, right? Now, imagine if you could harness this autopilot mode for good. That's where the magic happens. When you deliberately cultivate positive daily habits, you're setting yourself up for success, almost effortlessly. Daily habits are like the roots of a tree. They might be hidden, but they provide stability and nourishment. When you underestimate their power, it's like ignoring the roots and expecting the tree to thrive. Spoiler alert, it won't. Your habits shape who you are, day in and day out. They might seem insignificant on their own, but together, they have a massive impact. Now, why is this so crucial in Stoicism? Well, Stoicism is all about self-mastery and discipline. It's about cultivating virtues like wisdom, courage, and temperance. Daily habits are your tools to practice these virtues consistently. When you neglect the power of these habits, you're missing out on a key aspect of Stoic practice. It's like having a treasure map and never bothering to follow it. Let's say you want to be more patient. It's not going to happen overnight, right? But if you make a habit of pausing and taking a deep breath every time you feel irritated, that's where the transformation begins. These small, daily actions add up. They're like drops of water that eventually fill the bucket. Before you know it, you've cultivated a new virtue. Here's another thing, daily habits help you stay grounded. Life can be chaotic and unpredictable, but your habits provide a sense of stability. They're your anchor in the storm. When you stick to your daily routines, you create a rhythm that can help you navigate through the ups and downs with grace. It's like having a steady beat in the background, keeping you focused and composed. But what happens when you underestimate their power? You might start to slack off, thinking it doesn't really matter if you skip your morning meditation or your evening reflection. But it does. These small lapses can snowball, and before you know it, you're off track. It's like neglecting to water a plant. It might not wither right away, but over time, it will. So, how can you make the most of your daily habits? Start by identifying the ones that align with your Stoic goals. Maybe it's a habit of journaling your thoughts, practicing gratitude, or setting aside time for quiet reflection. Keep it simple. The key is consistency, not complexity. Even a 5-minute daily habit can have a profound impact if done regularly. Accountability can also help. Share your habits with a friend or keep a habit tracker. Seeing your progress can be incredibly motivating. And remember, it's okay to stumble. What matters is getting back on track and not letting one slip-up derail your efforts. To conclude, daily habits are the unsung heroes of your Stoic journey. They might seem small, but their power is immense. By underestimating them, you're missing out on a powerful tool for personal growth and self-mastery. Embrace the power of daily habits, and watch how they transform your life, one small step at a time. Number 8. Embracing emotions fully. Let's dive into why embracing emotions fully can be a stumbling block if you're aiming to live a Stoic life. At first glance, it might seem a bit counterintuitive. Emotions are a natural part of being human, right? Absolutely. But there's a catch. Stoicism isn't about shutting down your emotions or pretending they don't exist. It's about finding a balance, acknowledging them without letting them control you. Embracing emotions fully, without any restraint, can lead you down a path of impulsive reactions and overwhelming feelings. Think of it like a wild river. If left unchecked, it can flood everything in its path. The key is to channel that river, to guide it in a way that it becomes beneficial rather than destructive. That's where Stoicism comes in. Stoicism teaches us to observe our emotions, understand them, and then decide how to respond. It's like being the captain of your own ship. You can't control the waves, but you can control how you navigate them. When you embrace your emotions fully, you risk being tossed around by those waves, losing your direction and your sense of peace. Now, let's talk about why this is so important. Emotions are powerful. They can drive you to achieve great things, but they can also lead you astray. When you give in to every emotional impulse, you're not really in control. It's like being on a roller coaster with no brakes. Exciting? Maybe. But also pretty scary and unpredictable. Stoicism offers a different approach. Instead of being swept away by emotions, you learn to pause and reflect. You acknowledge the emotion, but you don't let it dictate your actions. It's like feeling the heat of a fire without jumping into the flames. This doesn't mean you're cold or detached. Quite the opposite. It means you're mindful and intentional. Imagine feeling a surge of anger. If you embrace it fully, you might lash out, say things you regret, or make rash decisions. But if you take a stoic approach, you recognize the anger. You understand why you're feeling it. And then, you choose a response that aligns with your values. It's about finding that sweet spot between suppression and indulgence. This kind of emotional regulation doesn't happen overnight. It's a practice, a habit you build over time. It starts with small steps. Maybe it's taking a deep breath before responding to a stressful situation. Or perhaps it's journaling your feelings at the end of the day to gain perspective. These small acts add up, helping you develop a more balanced relationship with your emotions. Let's not forget, emotions can be deceptive. They can cloud your judgment and distort your perception of reality. By embracing them fully, you risk being misled by fleeting feelings. Stoicism encourages you to seek clarity and wisdom. It's about seeing the bigger picture and not getting lost in the moment. So, how do you strike this balance? Practice mindfulness. Be present with your emotions without being overwhelmed by them. Use techniques like meditation, deep breathing, or even a simple pause to gather your thoughts. And remember, it's a journey. There will be times when you slip up, and that's okay. What matters is getting back on track. In the end, embracing emotions fully might seem like living authentically, but it can lead to chaos and impulsivity. Stoicism offers a path to emotional mastery. It's about acknowledging your feelings, understanding them, and choosing your actions wisely. By doing so, you maintain your inner peace and navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. So next time you feel those intense emotions bubbling up, take a moment to pause, reflect, and choose your response. Your future self will thank you. Number 9. Living without a clear purpose. Let's dig into why living without a clear purpose is like trying to navigate through life with a blindfold on. It's a big one, trust me. Purpose isn't just a fancy word for goals, it's your North Star, the thing that guides you when everything else seems blurry. Without it, you're just drifting, and that's not a place you want to be, especially if you're aiming to embrace Stoicism. First off, let's get one thing straight. Having a clear purpose doesn't mean you have to have every detail of your life mapped out. It's not about having a rigid plan for the next 20 years. It's about having a sense of direction, a reason that gets you out of bed in the morning. It's what gives your life meaning and makes the tough times bearable. When you live without a clear purpose, you're like a ship without a rudder. Sure, you might float along just fine for a while, but eventually, you'll hit rough waters. And without that rudder, you've got no way to steer yourself back on course. It's easy to get lost, to feel adrift, and that's when life starts to feel overwhelming and chaotic. Stoicism is all about finding that inner peace, that tranquility in the midst of life's storms. And guess what? Purpose is a huge part of that. When you know what you're striving for, it's easier to stay focused and not get thrown off by every little setback. You've got your eye on the prize, and that makes a world of difference. Living without a purpose can also make you vulnerable to external pressures. You start living according to other people's expectations or societal norms, rather than what truly matters to you. It's like being a leaf in the wind, blown this way and that by whatever's happening around you. Not exactly the Stoic way, right? So, How do you find your purpose? It starts with some deep introspection. Think about what really matters to you. What are your values? What makes you feel alive? It doesn't have to be something grand or world-changing. Your purpose is personal, and it's about what gives your life meaning. Maybe it's helping others, creating something beautiful, or constantly learning and growing. Whatever it is, it's yours and yours alone. Once you have a sense of your purpose, everything else starts to fall into place. Your decisions become clearer, your actions more intentional. You start living in alignment with your values, and that's incredibly empowering. You're no longer just going through the motions, you're living with intention and direction. But let's not sugarcoat it, finding and living your purpose isn't always easy. It takes time, patience, and sometimes a bit of trial and error. You might stumble, and that's okay. The key is to keep moving forward, to keep refining and redefining your purpose as you grow and evolve. It's a journey, not a destination. Also, don't be afraid to seek guidance. Talk to people you trust, read, reflect, meditate. Sometimes, purpose reveals itself in the most unexpected ways, through the quiet moments of reflection or the conversations that stir something deep within you. Stay open to those moments. In a nutshell, living without a clear purpose is like sailing without a compass. You might get somewhere, but it probably won't be where you really want to go. Embrace your purpose, let it guide you, and you'll find that life becomes more meaningful, more focused, and, ultimately, more fulfilling. So, take a deep breath, look inward, and start uncovering what truly matters to you. Your purpose is there, waiting to be discovered. Number 10, being reactive rather than proactive. Let's dive into why being reactive rather than proactive is a major stumbling block if you're aiming to live a Stoic life. Picture this, you're just going about your day, minding your own business, when bam! Something unexpected hits you, and you're thrown off course. You react instinctively, maybe with frustration or panic. Sound familiar? It's a cycle many of us get trapped in, but Stoicism teaches us there's a better way. Being reactive means you're constantly at the mercy of external events. It's like being a pinball in a machine, bouncing around with no control over where you end up. When you're reactive, you let situations dictate your emotions and actions. You're always on the defense, waiting for the next thing to knock you off balance. This can be exhausting and stressful, not to mention it often leads to regrettable decisions. Now, let's flip the script and talk about being proactive. This is where Stoicism shines. Being proactive means you're in the driver's seat. You anticipate challenges and prepare for them. You set your own course and stick to it, regardless of the bumps along the way. It's about taking initiative and being deliberate in your actions, rather than just reacting to whatever comes your way. So, why does this matter? Well, when you're proactive, you're aligned with Stoic principles. You're exercising your ability to choose your response, which is a cornerstone of Stoicism. You're not just a passive participant in your life, you're actively shaping it. This sense of control can bring a lot of peace and stability. It's like having a steady hand on the wheel, no matter how rough the road gets. Being proactive also means you're thinking ahead. You're considering potential obstacles and figuring out how to handle them before they even appear. This doesn't mean you're living in constant anticipation of disaster. It's more about being prepared and adaptable. You're ready to face whatever comes your way with calm and composure. It's about being resilient and resourceful, qualities that are essential for a Stoic life. Another perk of being proactive is that it helps you stay true to your values. When you're not constantly reacting to external pressures, you can focus on what really matters to you. You make decisions based on your principles, not on fleeting emotions or external circumstances. This alignment with your values is crucial for living a life of integrity and purpose. Now, how do you shift from being reactive to proactive? Start by cultivating awareness. Pay attention to how you respond to situations. Are you quick to react, or do you take a moment to think things through? Practice pausing before you respond. This brief moment of reflection can make a huge difference. It gives you the chance to choose your response deliberately, rather than reacting impulsively. Another key is planning. Set aside time to think about your goals and the steps you need to take to achieve them. Anticipate potential challenges and figure out how you'll handle them. This doesn't mean you have to map out every detail of your life. It's more about having a sense of direction and being prepared for the journey. Also, embrace the idea of adaptability. Being proactive doesn't mean you're rigid. It means you're ready to adjust your plans as needed. Life is unpredictable, and flexibility is a valuable trait. When you're adaptable, you can handle changes and setbacks with grace and resilience. In a nutshell, being reactive keeps you on edge, constantly at the mercy of external events. It's a stressful and chaotic way to live. On the other hand, being proactive puts you in control. It aligns you with Stoic principles, helps you stay true to your values, and brings a sense of peace and stability. So, take charge, plan ahead, and navigate life's challenges with a calm and deliberate approach. You'll find that life becomes much more manageable and fulfilling when you're the one steering the ship. Number 11, overanalyzing situations. Let's talk about why overanalyzing situations can be a major hiccup if you're trying to live a Stoic life. We all know that feeling of getting stuck in our heads, replaying scenarios over and over, trying to figure out every possible outcome. It's like being trapped in a mental maze with no exit in sight. Exhausting, right? Overanalyzing is when you dive so deep into the details that you lose sight of the bigger picture. It's like trying to see the forest, but all you can focus on are the individual leaves. You get caught up in what-ifs and maybes, turning simple decisions into complex dilemmas. Instead of moving forward, you're stuck in a loop of endless contemplation. And trust me, it's not a fun place to be. Stoicism is all about simplicity and clarity. It's about focusing on what's within your control and letting go of the rest. When you overanalyze, you're doing the opposite. You're trying to control every possible outcome, which is impossible. This habit creates unnecessary stress and anxiety, pulling you away from the Stoic ideal of inner peace. Think about it, when you overanalyze, you're wasting precious mental energy. Energy that could be used for action, for making decisions, for living your life. Instead, you're stuck in a mental hamster wheel, going nowhere fast. It's like revving your car engine while it's still in park. Lots of noise and effort, but no movement. One of the key principles of Stoicism is to act with purpose and intention. Overanalyzing undermines this by paralyzing you with indecision. You end up second-guessing yourself, doubting your instincts, and questioning every move. It's like trying to navigate with a broken compass, constantly spinning and never pointing you in the right direction. So, how do you break free from the grip of overanalyzing? First, recognize when you're doing it. Awareness is the first step towards change. Notice when your thoughts start to spiral, when you're replaying scenarios in your head, and when you're stuck in analysis paralysis. Acknowledge it without judgment. It's okay to overthink sometimes. What matters is how you handle it. Next, practice making decisions more quickly and confidently. Start with small choices. Don't overthink what to have for lunch or which shirt to wear. Make a decision and stick with it. This builds your decision-making muscle and reduces the habit of overanalyzing. Another tip is to set time limits for your thinking. Give yourself a set amount of time to ponder a situation, then make a decision and move on. This prevents you from getting lost in endless contemplation. It's like setting boundaries for your mind, keeping it focused and on track. Remember, perfection is an illusion. No decision will ever be perfect, and that's okay. Embrace the idea that it's better to make a good decision quickly than a perfect decision slowly. Action is key. By moving forward, you gain experience and learn from your choices. This is far more valuable than being stuck in the paralysis of overanalysis. Also, trust yourself. Trust your instincts and your ability to handle whatever comes your way. You don't need to foresee every possible outcome. You're capable of adapting and responding to challenges as they arise. Confidence in your abilities is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. In a nutshell, overanalyzing situations keeps you trapped in your mind, wasting energy and undermining your ability to act with purpose. By recognizing this habit, making decisions more quickly, setting time limits, and trusting yourself, you can break free from the overanalysis trap. Embrace the Stoic principle of simplicity and clarity, and you'll find a greater sense of peace and effectiveness in your life. So, take a deep breath, let go of the mental clutter, and move forward with confidence. Your future self will thank you. Number 12. Neglecting physical health. Let's chat about why neglecting your physical health is a huge no-no if you're trying to live a Stoic life. It's a big deal, really. Stoicism isn't just about the mind and spirit. It's about the body too. You can't achieve true inner peace if your physical self is out of whack. Think about it. Your body is like the vehicle that carries you through life. If you don't take care of it, it's going to break down. You wouldn't ignore the maintenance of your car, right? So why do the same with your body? Neglecting your physical health can lead to a whole host of problems, from fatigue to serious illnesses. And let's be real, it's hard to focus on cultivating wisdom and tranquility when you're constantly feeling run down. Physical health is foundational. When you feel good physically, everything else gets a little easier. You've got more energy, more clarity, and more resilience. Exercise, a balanced diet, and adequate rest aren't just nice-to-haves, they're essential. They're the basics that set you up for success in every other area of your life. Now, let's talk about exercise. You don't have to be a gym rat or run marathons. It's about finding something that you enjoy and can stick with. Maybe it's walking, yoga, dancing, or even gardening. The key is consistency. Regular physical activity boosts your mood, sharpens your mind, and strengthens your body. It's like hitting the refresh button for your whole system. And then there's what you eat. Food is fuel. But it's also more than that. It's nourishment for your body and soul. Eating a balanced diet rich in whole foods can make a world of difference in how you feel day to day. It's not about strict diets or deprivation. It's about making choices that support your overall well-being. Think of it as a form of self-respect. By choosing foods that nourish you, you're saying, I care about my health. I'm worth it. Let's not forget about sleep. Oh, glorious sleep. It's when your body repairs and recharges. Skimping on sleep is like trying to drive on an empty tank. You might keep going for a while, but eventually, you're going to stall. Prioritize rest. Create a bedtime routine that helps you unwind. Maybe it's reading, meditating, or just some quiet time away from screens. Quality sleep is a game changer. Now, why does all this matter in the context of Stoicism? Because Stoicism is about living in harmony with nature. Your body is a part of that nature. When you neglect it, you're out of sync with the world around you. You're also not living up to your full potential. Stoicism teaches us to be our best selves, to cultivate virtue in every aspect of our lives. Taking care of your physical health is a big part of that. Neglecting your health also makes it harder to practice other Stoic principles. It's tough to stay calm and rational when you're dealing with physical discomfort or illness. It's challenging to focus on self-improvement when you're constantly battling fatigue or stress. By taking care of your body, you're creating a solid foundation for all your other Stoic practices. In a nutshell, neglecting physical health is like trying to build a house on a shaky foundation. It just doesn't work. Your body deserves attention and care. Exercise regularly, eat nourishing foods, and get plenty of rest. These habits aren't just good for your physical well-being, they're crucial for your mental and emotional health too. So, take a holistic approach. Embrace the Stoic principle of living in harmony with nature by honoring your body. You'll find that everything else in your life starts to fall into place when your physical health is in check. Number 13. Blaming others for your problems. Let's dive into why blaming others for your problems is a major no-go if you're aiming to live a Stoic life. We all know that pointing fingers and casting blame can feel good in the moment. It's like a quick release of frustration. But here's the catch, it doesn't solve anything. It's like putting a band-aid on a broken bone. The real issues are still there, lurking beneath the surface. Blaming others is a sneaky little habit. It shifts the focus away from where it should be, on you and your own actions. When you blame someone else for your problems, you're essentially giving away your power. You're saying, I have no control over this situation. But Stoicism is all about reclaiming that control. It's about recognizing what you can change and what you can't, and taking responsibility for your own life. Imagine this, something goes wrong, and your first instinct is to blame someone else. Maybe it's a coworker, a family member, or even a random stranger. It's easy to fall into this trap. It's comforting to think that the problem lies outside of yourself. But here's the thing, blaming others creates a victim mentality. And a victim mentality is the antithesis of Stoic philosophy. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, our own thoughts, actions, and reactions. When you blame others, you're avoiding this responsibility. You're dodging the opportunity to grow and learn from the situation. It's like refusing to look in the mirror because you're afraid of what you might see. But growth comes from facing those reflections head-on, no matter how uncomfortable they might be. Taking responsibility for your problems doesn't mean you have to beat yourself up or take on more guilt than you deserve. It's about being honest with yourself and recognizing your role in the situation. Maybe you made a mistake. Maybe you could have handled things differently. That's okay. What matters is that you learn from it and use it as a stepping stone to become better. Let's talk about the flip side. What happens when you stop blaming others and start taking responsibility? First off, you regain a sense of control over your life. You're no longer at the mercy of external forces. You become the captain of your own ship, steering it in the direction you want to go. This mindset shift can be incredibly empowering. When you take responsibility, you also open the door to real solutions. Instead of wasting time and energy on blame, you can focus on finding ways to improve the situation. You start asking yourself constructive questions. What can I do differently next time? How can I prevent this from happening again? This proactive approach leads to growth and positive change. Another benefit is that you build stronger, more honest relationships. Blaming others can create a toxic environment, full of resentment and defensiveness. But when you own up to your part in the problem, it fosters trust and respect. People appreciate honesty and accountability. It shows that you're willing to be vulnerable and real, and that you value the relationship enough to work through the tough stuff. So, how do you stop the blame game? Start by catching yourself in the act. The next time you find yourself pointing a finger, pause and take a step back. Reflect on the situation and ask yourself what role you played in it. It might be uncomfortable at first, but it's a crucial step towards personal growth. In a nutshell, blaming others for your problems is a dead-end road. It keeps you stuck in a cycle of frustration and helplessness. By taking responsibility for your own actions, you reclaim your power, find real solutions, and build stronger relationships. Embrace the Stoic principle of focusing on what you can control, and watch how your perspective and your life start to change. You've got this. Number 14. Engaging in idle gossip. Let's chat about why engaging in idle gossip is a major no-no if you're trying to live a Stoic life. Gossip might seem harmless, even entertaining, but it's a slippery slope that can lead you far away from Stoic principles. So, let's break it down and see why you should steer clear of it. Gossip is like a wildfire. It spreads quickly, often fueled by half-truths and exaggerated stories. When you engage in it, you're adding fuel to the fire. Sure, it might feel good to be in the loop or to share a juicy tidbit, but at what cost? Gossip is a distraction. It pulls you away from more meaningful conversations and connections. Instead of focusing on your own growth and actions, you're getting caught up in someone else's drama. One of the core tenets of Stoicism is to speak and act with integrity. Gossiping undermines this. It's easy to get swept up in talking about others, especially when it feels like everyone around you is doing it. But remember, just because something is common doesn't mean it's right. Gossiping doesn't just hurt the person being talked about, it diminishes your own character too. It's a waste of your time and energy, resources that could be better spent on things that truly matter. When you engage in idle gossip, you're not just spreading rumors, you're feeding negativity. Think about it. Gossip often involves criticism, judgment, and speculation. None of these align with the Stoic values of wisdom, courage, and justice. By indulging in gossip, you're allowing negativity to take root in your mind and conversations. This can create a toxic environment, both for yourself and those around you. Let's talk about the impact on your relationships. Gossip might bond people temporarily, but it's a shallow connection. True, meaningful relationships are built on trust, respect, and understanding. When you gossip, you risk betraying that trust. People might start to wonder what you're saying about them when they're not around. It breeds suspicion and insecurity, eroding the foundation of genuine relationships. So, how do you break free from the habit of gossiping? Start by being more mindful of your conversations. Notice when the topic shifts to someone who isn't present. Ask yourself if what you're about to say is kind, necessary, and true. If it doesn't meet these criteria, it's probably best to keep it to yourself. Redirect the conversation to something more positive or constructive. Talk about ideas, not people. Another tip is to surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you. When you're in a positive environment, there's less temptation to engage in negative behaviors like gossip. Choose friends and colleagues who value integrity and kindness. They'll help keep you accountable and set a higher standard for your interactions. Remember, silence can be powerful. You don't have to fill every moment with chatter. Embrace moments of quiet and reflection. Use that time to think, to listen, and to grow. When you speak, let your words carry weight and purpose. This aligns with the Stoic practice of speaking less but saying more. In a nutshell, engaging in idle gossip is a habit that distracts from your own path and tarnishes your integrity. It spreads negativity, damages relationships, and wastes valuable time and energy. By choosing to focus on positive, meaningful conversations, you'll cultivate a more Stoic, fulfilling life. So next time you're tempted to gossip, pause and think, is this really worth my time? You'll find that the answer is usually no. Keep your words and your thoughts aligned with the Stoic values, and watch how it transforms your interactions and your life. Number 15. Ignoring the value of small acts of kindness. Let's chat about something we often overlook in our daily hustle, the little things, those small acts of kindness that seem trivial but actually hold immense value. Now, you might be thinking, do small acts really matter? And the answer is a resounding yes. In fact, ignoring the value of these tiny gestures is one of the biggest anti-Stoic habits you can develop. So, what's the big deal with small acts of kindness? Well, they're like the tiny gears in a clock. Individually, They might not seem like much, but together they keep everything ticking smoothly. Imagine your day, filled with tiny, seemingly insignificant moments of connection. A smile here, a helping hand there. These moments add up, creating a ripple effect that can transform not just your day, but your entire outlook on life. Stoicism teaches us the importance of every moment, no matter how small. By dismissing the value of small acts of kindness, we miss out on countless opportunities to enrich our lives and the lives of those around us. It's about seeing beyond the immediate impact and recognizing the cumulative effect of our actions. Every kind word, every gentle gesture, adds to the collective goodness of the world. Picture this: you're in a rush, feeling overwhelmed by your to-do list, and someone holds the door open for you. It's a small act, right? But it can shift your mood, even if just a little. Now, think about being the person who performs these small acts. You might not see the immediate impact, but rest assured, you're planting seeds of kindness that can grow into something beautiful. Here's the kicker: these acts of kindness aren't just beneficial to the recipient. They're incredibly rewarding for the giver as well. When you take a moment to perform a small act of kindness, you're practicing mindfulness and gratitude, two core principles of Stoicism. It's a way to stay present and appreciate the here and now. Plus, there's a scientific basis for this. Engaging in acts of kindness releases endorphins, those feel-good hormones that boost your mood. Now, let's be real. We all get caught up in our own worlds. We get busy, stressed, and sometimes, just plain exhausted. It's easy to think that we don't have the time or energy for these little acts. But here's the thing: you don't need to make grand gestures. It's about integrating small, kind actions into your daily routine. It's about holding the door, offering a genuine compliment, or simply listening when someone needs to talk. When you start acknowledging and acting on the value of small acts of kindness, you'll notice a shift. You'll feel more connected, more present, and more at peace. And isn't that what we're all striving for in our practice of Stoicism? To be more in tune with ourselves and the world around us? In a nutshell, don't underestimate the power of small acts of kindness. They're the backbone of a Stoic lifestyle, fostering a sense of community, gratitude, and mindfulness. So, next time you have the chance to do something kind, no matter how small, take it. Embrace it. Let it be a reminder that in the grand scheme of things, the little moments are what make life truly meaningful. And remember, these acts of kindness are like a muscle. The more you practice, the stronger they become. So, start flexing that kindness muscle today, and watch how it transforms your life and the lives of those around you. And there you have it, 111 Stoic lessons to transform your life immediately. Feeling inspired? Don't keep it to yourself. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss out on more life-changing wisdom. Which lesson resonated with you the most? Drop a comment below. Let's build a community of modern Stoics. Thanks for watching, and remember, your path to inner peace and resilience starts now. Stay stoic, and see you in the next video.